Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here. So, Lee Everett was the main character, the leading character in the first season, first season, whatever you want to call it. The first season of the Telltale Walking Dead video game series. There were 4 games total, 4 seasons. They each had 4 episodes each. And Lee Everett was the main character in the first one, the first season. It was 5 episodes, and he dies at the end of the 5th episode. And the games are an RPG style game where you choose different dialogue options and you make different choices. And you're basically Lee. You're Lee Everett. That's the character you play as. And you make different dialogue options and different choices, and it changes the story a little bit, but I mean, not that much. It's pretty much most of the same stuff happens, no matter what. Once you get to like the 3rd game, 4th game, that's when you can really kind of decide which characters live and which characters die. In the first 2 games, it's pretty much the same no matter what. And at the end of the first game, Lee has been with this girl named Clementine, this little girl named Clementine, and he's raising her as his own and trying to teach her how to survive the zombie apocalypse. And he's basically like a father figure to her, a mentor figure to her. And at the end of season 1, he gets bitten by a walker and he slowly dies, and that's pretty much the end of it. And after that, in the next 3 games, in the next 3 seasons, you play as Clementine. Clementine's the main character, so she kind of takes some of Lee's training and carries on through the story. But a lot of people had a big connection to Lee Everett. I mean, he's the one that started the games. You know, he was the guy at the beginning of the story that you play as, basically the Rick Grimes of the games. You have that special connection with him. And a lot of people were really, really upset that he died. Really, really sad, really angry. I remember when I first played season 1, I was really angry that he died. I don't think season 1 was necessarily all that good. Ronnie Hayes on the channel Make a Path Presents, the YouTube channel Make a Path Presents, he did a playthrough of season 1. He played it again, and that was like 8 months ago. He played it all again, and he didn't really like it that much. I think he said it was average, and he made a point that it had too much conflict. There was just conflict for the sake of conflict. No matter what happens, no matter what you do, characters are always mad at you about something. They're always mad at each other. Always mad, always mad, always mad, always conflict, always conflict, always conflict. Everything has to be bad. Everything has to be about conflict. Characters can't just shut the fuck up and cooperate for 5 seconds. No, there's got to be conflict, conflict, conflict. So overall, it's kind of a really, really depressing, soul-sucking game, and I kept pushing through it because I wanted to have faith that there was a light at the end of the tunnel, and there just wasn't. He dies, and it's Clementine lives on. I was just like, I was kind of angry that Lee died because the game was so depressing, and it just ended depressing, and there's like no relief from the depression. It was just like, why did I even play this game? I feel like I just like cut my arm open and poured lemon juice on it. Like, why did I do this to myself? I was just so angry because it was just so relentlessly depressing. Too much conflict, too many bad things happening. Characters are always pissed off at you for some bullshit reason that's not your fault. Characters were always doing stupid, selfish things. It didn't really matter what choices you made or what you said. The same stupid deaths still happened no matter what. So I was angry about Lee's death. I liked him. I wanted him to live on, and I was just angry at the first game. And a lot of people wanted him to survive the first game and make it to season 2 and maybe die there, or continue as the main character, or die in season 3, and then Clementine continues on in the main character as the main character. But in retrospect, do I think that Lee's death in the first game was bad? No, I think it was okay. I still feel like the first season just wasn't very good. I think season 2 was better. I think the characters were better, even though some of them were still stupid. The Clementine was fun to play as, and there's more interactive options, and it's just season 2 was better than season 1, probably because they had more money then. And I think that Clementine works really well as a main character. At the end of the day, she is the main character of the games. You know, Lee was just the main character in the first part, the mentor. And after that, Clementine is the main character, and she basically stays the main character. Okay, Season 3, she really kind of shared that spotlight with Javier, but Season 3 was also kind of crappy. But overall, Clementine is pretty much the main character of the Telltale Walking Dead games. She is the face of the Telltale Walking Dead games. And you wouldn't have that without Lee Everett dying that dramatic death, and Clementine learning from things that he did and things that he showed her, and that dramatic final moment where she's crying at the end of Season 1 and he's dying and he's with her. You need that moment to have the Clementine that we ended up getting in Season 2, Season 3-ish, and Season 4. I think Season 2 and Season 4 are probably my favorites, and she's the main character in those. You know, she's the only character you play as. She's the lead character, and I think she works very, very well as a protagonist. Clementine works very, very well as the protagonist of the games. There's not a lot of people that you will find that don't like Clementine. Most fans like Clementine. Even if they don't like the games, they like Clementine, or they know who Clementine is. They want her in the show, which is just stupid and ridiculous, but well, that's another subject. But a lot of people like Clementine. A lot of people like Clementine as a protagonist. They enjoy playing as her in Season 2, 3, and 4. They like her as the lead character. And you wouldn't have that without that dramatic death of Lee Everett in Season 1. So overall, I think that Lee Everett's death in Season 1 was okay, and it worked well with the story, and it worked well as something that moved the story forward and moved the plot forward, and allowed Clementine to take that leading spot, that leading role, and be the character that we all know and love in the rest of the games. So overall, I think it worked because it just made Clementine it basically made her the main character after he died, and she worked extremely well as the lead character. Just about everyone loves Clementine, or at least likes her. So killing off Lee and making Clementine the main character, that worked pretty well. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Right now we are at 594 subscribers. My goal is to try to get to 600 in the next few, probably weeks. Just 6 more, so hopefully we can get that final 6 in the next 2-3 weeks. But just remember, every subscriber counts, every bit of support matters, and is very, very appreciated. Hopefully we can get to that goal of 600. Anyway, with all that said, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye.